Maybe this wasn't a great idea. I'm gonna need an ambulance. As you can see, we're dealing with some ice and shit. It's a short little half-hour drive from Syracuse. Nice peaceful nature place. However, in the wintertime, motherfucking thing might not be hospitable or closed or what have you. I haven't had any issues in the past when it's been closed. I've taken my chances. No one seemed to give a shit. So we'll see what I get, you know. It might be a waste of time. Either way, I'm going to get some practice, you know, which is basically I want to run around with the Steadicam, with the DSLR on it. I also want to test out, you know, what the footage looks like compared to some run and gun with the phone using the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus along with the DJI Mobile, and bringing you guys along and shit. Right now, this is my 360 camera, which I may have finally found a fucking use for. It's been sitting on a shelf for a long time now. I dusted it off and thought, you know what, this would probably be good for while I'm driving type videos and shit like that. That remains to be seen. They've upgraded the software for it finally, so I can shoot in 5.7K, which will make the resolution a little bit nicer. I should theoretically be able to produce, if not doing full 360 video, I can use the 360 video to produce 1080p and be able to manipulate it in post in 360 degrees and capture whatever's going on. For example, if you look behind you right now, you can kind of see over the dashboard, which I can't mount on properly. You can, then that happens. Goddamn 20 miles an hour, motherfucking 35. And you wonder why I get out of fucking trucking. Pieces of shit. Let's go.
Between insanity and sanity, there lies a thin line. Some dwell in hotels with Jezebels.
So I'm looking around and I see that there's probably a lot of fucking water flowing. Falls are going to be pretty active. It's getting darker, so I kind of poorly planned this shit, so I'm not going to get much. So I might get some night and some long exposure time lapse or some shit, but right now it's not looking good for the fucking home team when it comes to practicing some run and gun footage. It's going to be some noisy video at this level of light. There's nobody at the fucking gate. Well, I got some fucking mail today and shit. This is from Geode. I have no idea. I haven't opened what it is yet. But as you know, you can send mail to 4736 Onondaga Boulevard, Suite 150, Syracuse, New York, 13219. Let's see what we got. Now, apparently they didn't put the notice in my box, which is why I didn't get this sooner, because I know you had mentioned in the comments that you sent some stuff. So let's see what we got here. We got dark bark chocolate snacking thins and shit. Says 18 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fiber, so about 11 grams per serving, 3 servings per container, so I can eat like a little bit at a time. 6 grams of sugar, organic cocoa beans, organic pumpkin seeds, organic cane sugar. Don't worry, it's still within my tolerance. 6 grams is about the max per serving as I go. Organic cocoa butter, sea salt, contains traces of almond. Well, let's give it a fucking try since we're here. Pretty sweet and shit. Not super sweet. I could eat these. Not sure how many of those little pieces are in a serving, but we'll keep it at 1 for now. These are both 80% dark. This other one is sea salt and almond. Pretty much same thing, 10 grams per serving net of carbs. So a little bit better on this one. And you can do that too. You can check and make sure. We'll give one of these a try. Fuck it. Just a little piece. I don't need a big piece. People are looking at me funny like I'm having a little fucking picnic in the winter. I like the sea salt better. So yeah, I'll bless these. The link to these will be in the description if you can get them on Amazon anyway. Extreme moderation though, with this level of sugar. 6 grams, which is about the max. It's about what my Veronica's Health Crunch is at. Actually, no, it's a little less than that. I think that's only 3 grams. No, it's more like Halo Top level. Halo Top being the max level of sugar you want in your life. And you gotta, when you get something that has a little bit of sugar in it like this, you generally want to exercise extreme moderation. Looks like we got a letter too for a card. Oh shit! Just gave me a $50 gas card to Shell. Can I use it in? Is it only at Shell? I'll have to find a Shell. If anything, I'll probably use this on my trip to down to Carolina Rebellion in May is when I'm going. So even if I can't find a Shell here, which I should be able to, I'll find one on the road because I know they are further down south. Dear Scott, here's my little way of saying thank you very much. I'm not comfortable sharing card details on random websites. I watch all your videos and they help keep me going. I have lost 40 pounds and another 50 to go. I don't eat meat, but eggs and cream are my staple. I think that makes you vegetarian, doesn't it? Like if you only eat dairy as your meat and fish. So, yeah, I could see that. That's perfectly fine. In fact, you can be a vegetarian keto pretty easily, I think. Just don't eat the meat. Whatever. It is what it is. Keep being your awesome self. It says Jody is pronounced Jody, so I'm sorry I butchered your name. Pronounced Jody. Why isn't it spelled Jody? Just saying. Anyways, thank you. I do appreciate, and this expands my opportunity to try new shit, and I will definitely utilize this. This will probably get me pretty far in that Prius. I only spent $1 coming here to this fucking park, so and it's like almost 35-40 minutes away from where I live. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I got out, even though it's a little shitty here. It's getting a little gloomy, but now I'm gonna do some shooting and shit. So I'm gonna try and take my camera out and balance it and get it going. Actually, I shouldn't. It's probably risky. I'm wondering, should I bring the camera out? Or should I just use this fucking thing in my 360 camera? lots of ice and shit. The more I look at it, the more I'm thinking I shouldn't be running around this shit with a backpack. But I'll take a look at the fucking trail and see how it looks, how risky it is and shit. But I mainly wanted to test the feasibility of doing a little adventure with the phone. Taking a look around, seeing what I could get, how noisy it is. It's really only bad in places that are heavily traveled, as far as that's where all the ice seems to have pooled. So, but so far I'm digging the quality just from what I'm seeing that I'm able to shoot as far as running gun stuff with the phone. Well, I'm trying to see if I can get down to the falls, or at the very least practice walking with this fucking thing. Yes, I'm wearing a dorky hat, it's getting colder. But I wanted to test my Steadicam out and shit. And not fall on my fucking ass with all this gear. Alright, a little bit of wobbling. Trying to stay on the snow and shit. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I seem to have the park to myself. If we look around here. But, yeah, looks like everybody abandoned ship. So, there's that. I just gotta try not to fall on my fucking ass. And shit. Fuck. Well, looks like this is as far as I go this way. Well, this was a bust. Need a full day to do some shit like this. It just sucks. Oh wow. I decided to take my chances off-road. Oh shit. Definitely cannot test the Steadicam on the fucking ice. Plus I've lost the light, so this trip was a fail. The trip may have been a fail, but I had fun. I got out of the room. I might have gotten some successful testing done, at least with the phone part of it, in the Osmo. I think I might, for simplicity's sake, use that for when I'm walking shots, you know, and stuff like that. Unless I'm really trying to up production and have a lot of time on my hands. Then I can use the fly cam. I just need to practice a lot more with the fly cam. As you could see from the footage, it was pretty fucking shaky. I'm on a tripod now because this light's getting low and it's just gonna get too fucking grainy. out here. It's pretty low right now, so I'll be impressed if this video even turns out and shit. But it's important to get out. You know, it cost me $1 to get here. It'll cost me $1 to get home. Of course, because I got a Prius. You know, for all you people saying I got no balls in my car. But, you know, even though I didn't make it down to the bottom, oh, I will. Trust me, I will. It's coming. I'll be back and shit. Another 40-degree day and I'll be here. And I'll take the plunge and I won't bring as much gear so I can actually climb down. Because I just didn't want to risk it with this camera going down there. I might go down with an Osmo, especially now since I have a spare. But I'm not comfortable climbing on ice and managing all of this gear at the same time. I can put it all on my back, but, you know, the whole point was to come and film and to test shit out. So this is my, like, training grounds for adventure videos. Sooner or later, I'll get it right. Shit. So if you feel like you've been working too much, you feel like you're overstressed, you feel like you don't take enough time to relax, then you should get the fuck out here into nature, out into the world. There's plenty of places, probably right near where you live, to go that are peaceful if you go at the right time. No one's here right now. When the sun starts to set, everyone fucks off. So, you know, and I like it. I like the sound of the waterfalls going. I like staring at it even if it's from up here. So let's go see what I can do for a little bit of time lapse before I go and shit. This is not cool. Motherfucker could die here. This is how my mom ended up in the hospital the other day. Nobody's out here. Well, doing time lapse before I go with night settings. Might fail, but I like doing night work. I like doing long exposures. I'll probably do a long exposure before I go too. Plenty of light for that right now. As you can see with manual settings, other than it being dark and looking like it's nighttime like it's supposed to, instead of filling the frame with noisy shit, I am able to utilize this camera in low light. Now that I look at it, as far as video goes, it's just a little dark out, that's all. But it kind of works. This is exactly how dark it is to me. And in my opinion, good video and good photo work represents what your eye sees for the most part, unless you're getting artistic. Time lapse will take about 15 minutes, 1 frame a second, 30 seconds, probably going to double that to 15 seconds. This is the shit I like to do, by the way. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I know it doesn't pay the bills. I know you guys might not even give a fuck about it. But it's good for my mental health. And if you want me to, you know, make good content, my mental health is pretty important. I can't stay cooped up in that desk all the time. And you shouldn't either. If you find yourself that that's your life, that you're working, going home, watching TV, playing video games, banging your old lady, you know, whatever it is you do, and then you rinse and repeat every day after day, and then maybe on the weekends you go get your fucking self shit-faced, and you find that unfulfilling, and you find you're not happy with the way things are, not content, I would say. I'm not depressed. I just haven't been content. I've been kind of like irritable. And I don't like being irritable. Not when there's places like this to go to, you know? It's very peaceful at night here. Because nobody's here. Of course, there's an inherent risk of coming out here late at night when it's icy as fuck, that I could fall, crack my head open, and die. But, you know, that's part of the adventure of it, I guess. We'll see how my camera's doing. Ah, the joy of time lapse. Well, that concludes this fucking adventure. I'd call it a fail at trying to really get any good footage or shots, but at getting me out of the house and making me feel better about my life, yeah, succeeded. So I guess that's the bottom line. That's what the real mission was. It wasn't just to get shots. It was to practice and fuck around and experiment. It's basically what this trip was. I generally like to come here to do those sorts of things because it's such a rugged and you know, nature-filled and dangerous environment that if I'm gonna fuck up, you know, might as well be here where it's beautiful. Anyways, now I gotta go to fucking work for the rest of the night. So there's that. But thank you, Jody. I guess if you just say J-O-D really fast. I don't know, I'm obsessed with the spelling of your name. But thank you for sending me some chocolate and shit. I will eat those. They were good. They weren't too sweet. They weren't crazy. But they'll be done in moderation and not every day, just like any other dessert with a little bit of sugar in it. Don't want to re-addict myself and shit. Of course, even though I spent an hour updating the motherfucking firmware when I was home, I had to do another fucking update, but it just finished, so yeah. You ready yet, motherfucker? It's upside down and shit. What is it saying? Alright. Magnetic interference calibration required. Alright. So let me go calibrate this motherfucker. Let's turn this shit off though first. Oh, need my hat of happiness. So yeah, I'm getting a few shots. I'm starting to get used to flying the motherfucker, and I gotta say, I am so far happy. I'll see what it looks like when I get it on the computer, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking this is gonna be a good addition to the channel as far as being able to get more establishing shots, aerial photos. I haven't figured out the advanced tracking shit yet. I gotta watch more tutorials before I fuck with that. I just wanted to get it out here and fly it around and get used to flying drones again. Because it's been a long time since I've flown. Yeah, I flew a while back. Anybody that used to watch my channel a long time ago will know that I had some drone videos and stuff that I did. And I was really into it. I had a bunch of drones, but this is my only drone now, and it probably will be my only drone. I did notice that the wind kicked up and it was struggling, but it still managed. I didn't fly it too far away because of the way the wind is, and I tried to keep it away from being over water and the traffic and all of that shit. So it kind of just kept it right, you know, over pretty much the area I'm hanging out at the Inner Harbor. But it'll be interesting to see what I can get when I take this out into nature, into some waterfalls, into some really nice places like Chittenango Falls. The next warm weather day we're doing a drone trip, you know, to Chittenango Falls. Also, I'll be on a future test to try and figure out what I want to do. I'm going to put this camera up against my phone with the Osmo and see which one I like better for run and gun, walking around footage. I gotta say, the camcorder is more versatile because I can zoom in a lot farther. It's stabilized, it's 4K, it does slow-mo, it does a whole lot more than my phone does, but my phone does better with time-lapse, motion time-lapse, stuff like that. So I mean, obviously I could use both. But it's just a question of, for normal, just shooting, talking to the camera shit, do I want to keep my phone with the gimbal, or do I want to carry this camcorder around? Both of which are, actually this camcorder is probably a little smaller than carrying around that gimbal. Right now I'm just trying to warm up before I spend my last battery. And then go home and take a look at the footage and maybe work some Uber tonight to build some more money to pay for this fucking thing. This is my vlog for Monday. I shot this on Saturday. Let me know what you think of the drone footage. It's kind of a dreary day. It's not gonna look that great. Why is this thing randomly beeping at me? I don't want to put my fucking seatbelt on. I'm not driving. Why are you telling me what to do, you motherfucker? Or maybe it's not. It was the fucking Mavic remote thing. Well, I'm really impressed, and I can think of a bunch of uses for this for adventure videos. The follow me tracking on this thing is fucking phenomenal. Like, you can set yourself as a target or something else as a target, and it'll keep the drone pointed at it while you do some cinematic moves, or you orbit, or you do all these other things. You got to be a little careful, because if you're not paying attention, you could probably run into shit, because there's no side sensors. It's only front and back sensors. But if you set it up right and you're aware of your surroundings, that could make for some really cinematic shots. So I'm very, very pleased with the drone so far. And I only explored a couple of them. I did the asteroid, which was fucking awesome looking. I haven't seen it yet in the computer, but I'm betting it comes out good. It shoots up and ends up in being into this tiny planet by shooting a 360. So it's interesting that it can do 360 panoramas too. I'm looking forward to seeing how I can come up with something there. So I got a lot more flying and experimenting to do. I used all my batteries up. It's getting dark out. This is low light setting. That's why this picture's probably all noisy and shit. But overall, I definitely recommend the Mavic Air. It's definitely, the link to it will be in the description if you're interested in it. It's, as far as filmmaking and creativity and the fun I'm gonna have with this thing and exploring and adding it to my camera gear. So far I think I'm narrowing down my adventure settings down to this camcorder, which, because it's just so easy. You know, the video quality on this camcorder and the dynamic range is shit. The sound is alright, for the most part, as long as I'm facing the camera. But as far as the video quality, the dynamic range leaves a lot. Like, this is all blown out behind me while I'm exposed for my face in here. But having like a 300 millimeter range, you know, zoom range, optical, 20x optical zoom, stabilized in something the size of a soda can that I can carry with me, will be a little easier. And I don't think you guys really give a shit about the fucking video quality as it is. You just want me to make videos, produce content, show you whatever, you know, show you what I'm doing with my life and shit. That's what's gonna happen. The adventure videos, I think, are gonna consist of this camera, some with the phone for when I can't haul this camera around, the Osmo for when I want to do motion time lapses or anything like that, and of course the DSLRs for B-roll, as far as, you know, artistic, cinematic, awesome shots, but mainly stills, at least until I can get the fly cam working to where I can roll that. But honestly, I'm starting to wonder if buying the fly cam was a good investment. I know I should learn it and have it in my arsenal so that I can shoot, you know, so I can fly pretty much a DSLR. But I noticed that the footage I was getting with the drone was good enough, especially for YouTube. It might even be good enough for more professional things. Just from looking at the quality and the shots and the, you know, you can't do that with a fly cam. You can't even do that with a gimbal that you're carrying on the ground. The things that you can do with the drone, as far as shots go, are pretty awesome. So I'm glad that I got it. I definitely, you know, I'm well within my minimalism by picking this up, because I will be using the shit out of this fucking thing, because it's just so easy to carry around. I mean, it's smaller than my fucking DSLR. You know, it's smaller than my mirrorless. I have a drone that is smaller than my fucking mirrorless, so I'm definitely going to use it because it's just easy to have with me whenever, you know. Whenever I want to go do something, I could just throw the fucking drone in. Literally, this little fucking thing right here. That's it. You know, it's the size of a mirrorless. Even less if you took it out of this. But what the fuck do I know? Please like and subscribe for more shit. And I'll make all kinds of shit with aerial footage of shit. Also, please check out ScottTheTruckDriver.com. Look at the recommended products page. This will be added to that, of course, along with anything else I find interesting. So if you buy something through those links, I end up getting a little bit of help with the channel. So that helps, so I can spend more time making videos. Also, just an update. I'm gonna still do the daily vlog thing that like I planned, but I think instead of just posting it to the website, you know, it'll be on the website in the form of a blog, but I think I'm just gonna put it on YouTube too. I mean, that way it's however is convenient for you to watch, whether you want to do so through the website, and of course that'll be shared to Facebook and Patreon, so you can view it that way. I'd prefer if you went to the website. I'll throw some little tidbits, maybe some pictures and links or stuff to go with the daily vlogs if there is anything. And of course, you know, links to products and stuff like that that are pertinent to whatever the vlog is. And, you know, or links to shit I'm talking about or screenshots to shit I'm talking about. I think I'm leaning in that direction. But overall, I think the daily vlogs, you know, and I'm not 100% committed. This is a trial. If that fucking is too much, I'm not going to keep doing it. So don't get all butthurt if I do it for a while and I stop. But if I can sustain it with the uncut videos, you know, this obviously being an edited video, then I will do that. Also, on days when I do full video posts, there will be no vlogs. Just putting that out there. So if I put a regular video up with regular content, you'll know it because it'll have the intro, it'll have the credits, and I'm still going to try and get a couple of those. This is one of those videos out a week. But overall, I'm trying to streamline the production so I can put out more video content. That's the ultimate goal here. And I think I'm being successful with it so far. That's what I've been doing with my weekend. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. You're probably watching this on Monday. I probably went live on Sunday. At least I'm planning to on Sunday at 4 p.m. So you'll have probably already seen that before you see this. So a lot of content coming out through the weekend. Got the other video I'm fucking with that I shot at Chittenango Falls, which isn't that good. I wish I would have had the drone for that. That would have been fucking spectacular. Wouldn't have had to climb all that shit. I could have just went down there with the drone and shit. Took pictures, panoramas and shit. It would have been fucking spectacular. Have a nice motherfucking day and shit.